I've been editing videos professionally for over 10 years and specifically editing YouTube videos as my job for over 4 years now. So today I'll be answering your questions about editing YouTube videos.
You gotta just press record.
The first question we have is, what platform do you use to edit videos? Me, personally, I use Final Cut Pro. I love Final Cut Pro. We have other guys on the Think Media team that edit in Premiere Pro. Some edit in DaVinci Resolve. I love Final Cut. I think it's the best. I'm just so fast in it. I can't imagine switching. Those other platforms I mentioned are really good, but me, personally, I use Final Cut Pro. The second half of that question is they're wondering what kind of thumbnail platform or software that we use. And here at Think Media, our graphic designer, Ian, he's amazing and he uses Photoshop. The next question is, I have a problem with editing. I film a lot and I love filming, but when it comes down to showing the final project to the public, I struggle because the editing process is too long and unclear for me. So I'd be happy with some game-changing tips for fast and easy editing. Now, this is a common problem that we often have when we film a bunch of stuff and then we're trying to edit it. Maybe it's a vlog. This usually happens in vlogs. We just film tons of stuff and then we're like, how do we actually put this together inside of a timeline? And for me, I like to start with the end in mind. If you can actually know the title and the thumbnail before you even start shooting, really, and editing your video, this is going to help you so much because this is going to really lead the story. And really, it's going to lead the beginning of that video if you know the thumbnail, if you know the title. And so definitely start with the end in mind, and that's going to help make the editing process so much easier for you. Now, even if you're not vlogging, maybe you're just making YouTube videos, definitely come up with a script or at least an outline. And then this is going to help you when you're filming. And in return, this is going to help the editing process be that much easier just by having some sort of outline to go through when you're getting your shots. When you're going through your edit, you can look back at that script, you can look back at that outline, and this is going to help you actually create an edit that is smooth and you're not going to get lost and not know what to do. When should I upgrade my editing software? And then how do you manage screen time while managing a YouTube channel? Really, there's two questions in here. So for the first one, when should I upgrade my editing software? To be honest, I would really upgrade once you feel like you can't do enough in your software. For the longest time, I used iMovie and I absolutely maxed out iMovie. It is free and it comes on MacBooks, any kind of Mac computer that you have, you can edit for free inside of iMovie. And there's a lot you can do, but there's also a lot that you can't do, or there's just weird workarounds. And so I really wanted to upgrade at that point when I was really maxing out iMovie. And so I really just encourage you, use what you have for as long as possible. And when you feel like you're ready to actually step up, then it's going to be a much easier way to step up into the next thing. Even if it's more advanced, having a better understanding of your editing software, even if it's free and very basic, it's going to help you once you're ready to make that upgrade. Now, for the second part of the question, how do you manage screen time while managing a YouTube channel? This really is a great question, especially if you work from home or if you're just working on your YouTube videos while you're at home. Sometimes there's a lot of distractions, especially when you have your phone by you, you have your computers by you. There's a lot of stuff that could just distract you from actually getting your video editing done. One of the things I love to do when I really need to focus in and finish and edit is actually set my computer to focus mode. So this is on the Mac computers, but doing this is actually going to disable a lot of the notifications, and it's going to allow me to work on my stuff without getting a bunch of phone calls, text, email, and social media alerts. And so this helps me stay focused. Now, you also want to do this on your phone, but a better thing you can do for your phone is actually move your phone to a different part of the room, on the opposite side of the room, or even preferably into a different room in your house or a different space if possible, because then you just have less distractions. And so I know when I have my phone by me and I get a notification, I go to check that notification and then I'm just mindlessly scrolling for hours on end. And I'm like, how did I get here? And it was a notification that got me there. So definitely make sure to remove your distractions. And this is going to help you manage that screen time so you can get your video editing done. This question says, how long does need to be a video? It should be. How long should a video be? I usually make it 5 minutes long. I need suggesting. This is kind of a confusing question, but the question is, how long should it be? Honestly, when it comes down to how long should your video edit be, every single video is going to be different, but I like to make mine as short as possible and as long as it needs to be. The main thing you really want to focus when it comes to the time frame, you don't want to think about a number. You really want to focus on the pacing of the video and also think about the intent of the video. If it's a tutorial, you want to probably show them as fast as possible because you don't want to waste their time. Now, maybe you have a video that's a bit more entertaining. That's where you really want to focus on that pacing and make sure that you are keeping people intrigued and it's not getting boring and too slow. At that point, you might want to make your video a bit shorter. But on the flip end, if your video is too short and it's confusing and there's missing pieces that don't add enough context, you might need to make it a little bit longer. So yes, it does depend on the video you're making. I know you probably don't like that answer, but that's the truth. How to use other videos in my channel. For example, I want to take a part of another creator's video in my video. What are the rules? Now, the word you're looking for here is fair use. You definitely want to do some research because if you can use that video and it is under fair use, then you're going to be okay to use that in your YouTube videos. This is definitely not legal advice, but you want to figure out how you can transform that content or find a way to react to it or analyze it to actually make it into a new creation. And then in that way, you could use it inside of your YouTube videos. Next person asks, how important is it to add titles? Now, there's two different kind of titles that I like to use in these videos. One, you just have your regular titles when it comes to like the main point, and those are important to add. They're not like super important, but I like to add those. The other thing is subtitles. Honestly, subtitles are a great way to keep the viewer's attention, but it does take time to do this. So for me, because that first minute of the video is so important, I like to add subtitles at the very beginning of the video, and really it just makes sense. People like to read things. So when words pop up on the screen, your eye is drawn to that because you want to read it and see what it says. So adding subtitles to the beginning of the video really is a good hack to keep people intrigued and to keep people watching, yet you don't want to do this for the entire video if you don't have the time, because that will take a lot of time. However, focusing on that first minute of the video is definitely what I would do. This next person asked for easy and simple editing hacks that can make a video better, and I actually made a full video answering this question. So click on the screen right now, go check that out, and this is going to help you no matter what editing software you have, and I'll see you guys in the next video.